Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Guys, I'm starting to get really excited. It's Thursday, tomorrow is Friday, and tomorrow some of our friends are going to start trickling in all from tomorrow all through the weekend for Freedom Weekend.
Yep.
We've got people steady trickling in from tomorrow all the way till then, so I can't wait. I'm super excited to see a bunch of our friends, hang out with the family, and have a very nice, relaxing, fun weekend. I'm so stoked.
Yep.
So needless to say, we're going to be very busy today and tomorrow, starting to get all the preparations in order for all these people that are going to be out here.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of people, a lot of fun, and a lot of really, really good times.
I'm excited.
I'm
I
excited,
can't wait to see everybody.
We're going to be able to take a break from the build too and kick back and relax with everybody and enjoy this weekend. So I'm looking forward to it.
Some games and some good food and some good company. We've been working our butt off so much. It's going to be really nice to be able to spend this time with some good folks.
Yep.
So
step back and relax.
Yep. But today I'm going to be working on getting some of the yard cleaned up. I got some weed whacking I got to do. I got some trash that's blowing around from the wind and stuff. We got to get all of these camping sites together for everybody. So that way there's places for people to pitch tents. I mean, there's places now, but the weeds are a little high and stuff, and they'd have to put it right on top of it. I want to clean it up a little bit, make it a little nicer for them, so when they get here, it's nice and easy.
It's nuts on how fast everything grows back.
Yeah, I just did some whacking not that long ago, and it's already back.
I don't know. It's nuts to me on that. Coming from the desert, it's just it's insane to see how quick it grows back. It's man, we literally just cut that last week. Yeah,
and now it's already up to our knees again. What the heck's going on?
but yeah, it's pretty nice. I love it out here like no tomorrow.
Me too.
It's gonna be nice being able to stop and clean up a little bit here and there. We tend to do that every month. It's at least stop what we're doing and clean up everything and hit it all again and
So I got lots of whacking to do. I got lots of little pieces of, paper and things the kids have dropped and the dogs have gotten and run off with. I got some cleaning up to do, some weed whacking to do, and I might bust out some of our decorations and start decorating. If I don't have time to do that today, I might do that tomorrow. But we got a lot of little Americana things that we're going to be hanging up and around and making the place very festive. We got the porta potty delivered yesterday, so we're going to have a bathroom for all of our guests. It's not going to be a BYOB, as in bring your own bucket this year. It wasn't last year either. We definitely, even though we live kind of sort of off-grid, even though we have power, our living situation is still very off-grid, even though there's power here. It's still very much like we're camping all the time. We live in camp life. And so when we have guests and stuff, they also have to live that life for the time that they're here. But at least for all these folks, we are going to have a nice porta potty that is fresh, clean, just delivered, and it'll be here for the weekend while they're here. And then as soon as they take off, we're going to get it out of here again. So we got that delivered yesterday, which is great. Yep.
That'll be good right there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was a good spot for it. It's where we put it last year, so.
No, exactly.
It's kind of right in the middle of camp.
It's good.
It's good. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do. Gary's going to be going to town today.
I got to run and go get all the last minute things that we still need for the basement. And I want to get some flashing and some more screws for the hurricane straps and everything else like that.
Yep.
And our batteries for my DeWalt is... They're giving us headache because they're old and they're still good. Honestly, for a 10-year-old battery, for as long as we get out of it. Yeah. I've seen a 10-year-old battery get one screw in and then not work.
It's doing more than that. It's doing
really, really good. I'm a firm believer in you get what you paid for, and for us to be able to get those batteries to last that long, and
we got some bang for the buck,
Nope.
I mean, they lasted.
They hurt when you first initially get them, but they at least they hold up. And all the new batteries actually fit the same drills and everything. So we just need to get new batteries.
That, and we need to get another charging dock because right now we can't charge all of the batteries that we have at once. which is also impeding the process because we're doing it like one at a time. So it slows everything way down. So when you're at the store today, maybe look at that too, like a docking station or something for...
Oh, I'm going to be looking. Yeah. That's for sure, because...
It's annoying.
This headache. They've got some newer batteries and everything with the higher amp hour and everything else like that. So they should last a lot longer. And I know when they were brand new, and those batteries lasted all day.
Yeah.
All day, just one battery. So. But
now we're barely getting, okay, so there's about 40 screws per sheet of the subflooring.
Yeah.
There's about 40 screws per sheet. And I can do, you know, like maybe 4 of them, 3.5 of them or so. So I get like maybe 150, 120 screws or so inside the sheets, and then the battery dies. Oh. So, I mean, if we can double or triple that action before the battery dies, then I would be a lot happier, because I can throw down a couple hundred screws pretty quickly. But the thing that sucks is you get into your flow, right? You're going and you're going and you're flowing and you're flowing, and then the battery dies, and then you gotta stop and you gotta go run over here and go change batteries out and get back into your flow again. It just kind of kills it. Yeah. Kills the vibe. It kills the whole flow of things. So yeah, definitely go check that out today.
It is what it is, but yeah, we'll definitely fix that up.
Yep. But we're making a lot of progress, guys. If you guys missed the video, we did put the subflooring down on the basement. It's over on our main channel, Simple Life Reclaimed. It's the latest upload. We uploaded it yesterday. So if you guys missed it, make sure to go and check it out, because we did some big things. Mm-hmm. Pretty exciting.
We've got a lot more to do. Yep. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Our list is now, like I said on the live.
Yeah.
It's gotten a lot smaller.
Which I want to thank you guys all for hanging out and being a part of that live. That was so much fun. We got to give away a few prizes and play some games that we made up on the fly, and it was a lot of fun. So everybody that won, I am sending out your guys' prizes. I will be sending you guys some confirmations on when to expect things and stuff. I will do that later on today. I'll send you guys the email and all the good stuff and whatnot. So yeah, thank you guys for playing and hanging out with us. I think that we might do stuff like that maybe monthly or something, because it's just something fun that we enjoy doing, very interactive, and we like giving stuff away, so why not? Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
So we do have some questions that we're going to get to today. I wrote some to the side. Now this one comes from Becky Mariner. Do you guys have to seal the subfloor from the weather?
So we are going to be sealing it. I was going to seal the subfloor regardless of which one we got. This one, it is weatherproof for up to, I think it's like 300 and something days or something like that. But I ain't risking it.
Yeah.
And not only that, we're going to be in the basement as well, so I really don't want any leaks in between the cracks and everything else like that, which would most likely happen. So we're definitely going to seal everything up and make sure that that is good, as well as cover it. Yep. It's going to be a task in itself, but it's going to be done. We can make it work one way or another. Yep,
so that will go on there. We also are going to be using a giant piece of plastic and some other mechanism to make sure that the plastic is not laying flat on top of the wood, that there's going to be some breathing room for the morning dew and everything that gets underneath there, so it's not wetting the wood. And it's having the watershed, when it does rain, it just kind of goes off. Yep. And so the only water that we would be dealing with underneath that tarp would be the morning dew type of wetness and moisture. But again, we're going to try to do it so that way there is some sort of airflow and the water will shed off. We can't really help with the morning dew, but I don't think that's going to rot anything, so long as there is the airflow.
Correct.
So we're going to definitely do that.
We'll figure it out one way or another, though.
Yep, but that's going to be our roof for a little while we're living inside the basement. It's not going to take us too long to actually start on the cabin, but again and again, guys, order of operations, get inside the basement, comfortable inside the basement, work on the garage, finish the garage, and then work on the cabin. So there are some things that we're going to have to do. There will be that in-between time where we're living in the basement and there's no real roof on it. It's just going to be like all this waterproofing and the tarping and stuff like that we're going to do. So y'all will see. You'll see. It's going to work, and we have a good plan. There's a method to the madness.
There is a method to the madness.
Oh, yeah. So Richard Bosson, why screw? Everyone else that I've watched has used a nail gun. Much easier and quicker.
So
we appreciate your
really appreciate it.
Yeah.
there is a reason why we went with the screws versus nails. One, nails give you that squeaky floor, regardless of whatever you try to do. With what happens is the wood dries and it's a little bit wet. It always comes out of the factory wet, and they've also been sitting there collecting moisture and you know, all this humidity, dew, and everything else. So it's gonna end up shrinking a little bit. With nails, if it shrinks, now it'll shrink a little tiny bit, and you'll have that nail not as deep or something like that later on. And it tends to, I've seen it tend to back out a little bit. Gluing it down will make it to where it doesn't back out as much, but if you use screws, you don't really, you mitigate or minimize that risk of it backing out just a little bit, even though screws can break. It is the better fastener though, out of nails or screws. I would say screws are definitely the best way to go. It's just a lot more time consuming.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yes. But that's just how we roll. We don't mind if it takes us a little bit more time. We have time, so we're not in any major rushes. There's nothing, there's no time date on us. The only time constraint or anything is the one that we impose upon ourselves.
No.
So we could take the time and make sure that it's perfect and how we want it. This is our forever home. We plan on living there until we both die. So.
Yeah. Now we will be using some nail guns for the framing and everything else like that, but we will also go back and do one screw and everything.
Yeah. So
that way there's at least a screw in there, and hopefully that will minimize the backing out of the nails as well.
Yep. Okay, so in Piece 2K, why aren't you going to have access to, why aren't you going to have basement access within your house? So I'm taking it that you guys, thank you for the comment, but I'm taking it that you missed the part where we have talked about repetitively how we will be cutting out the part for the stairs at a later date. We're doing this for safety for me, and also just because, again, we're going to be using the flooring as our roof, and we don't want this giant hole there for the time being until we get to working on the cabin. So
we still have to put up walls and everything else, and I'm just think of trying to put up a wall with a hole already cut out right there, and yeah, it just creates a situation where it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
And I'd rather not have anything be a bigger headache than it needs to be.
You know, you can always go back and cut it out later, but once it's cut out, now you have a hole there.
Now you got a hole there, and there's no
going
back after that. So
yeah, Gary did get some joist hangers for that, so we actually will be showing you that in an upcoming video, probably mañana. So you guys should look forward to that. So yeah, there is some stuff that we will go over in a vlog video for you guys, because this question kind of gets brought up
asked
often.
A lot, and I understand the question.
Totally,
I mean,
totally.
We have stairs there, and people are like, "Why did you do that?
What's going on?"
So I get it, because I'd totally be like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
But
they just missed it. It's okay. That's all right.
Yep.
That's why we're answering it now.
Yep,
okay, so Chris Tranas, I hope I didn't mispronunciate it, but it says, y'all get hurricanes there? And we had a couple of questions like, why are we putting hurricane straps down? We are not in a hurricane area. And we get tornadoes in this area.
Yes.
Like, not necessarily here, but around us, hopscotching around. We have very high winds sometimes as well. And the house is kind of a tri-level in a way. I mean...
The way that we're building it is... It's not exactly to code, but it's also resembles Cal Navary code. And that is part of the code aspect, that no matter what, you have to have hurricane straps.
Yeah.
And it's due to high winds. If you live in an area that is prone to high winds regardless, it is a very smart thing to have hurricane straps on there. And I guarantee it's still code where we are here as well as anywhere else in the county, because that's started to become the norm nowadays. Even watertight or airtight houses are starting to get higher and higher in code now.
Yeah.
So, which is good. And the code is there for a reason, which is why we're trying to stick to it as much as possible. But yes.
But yeah, and the thing is too, here in our area, we don't have codes.
No.
We don't have inspections. We don't have permitting. We don't have any of that stuff. We are completely unrestricted land. So I could literally stick 2 sheets of plywood up, throw a tarp over it, and move us in and call it my house, and nobody's gonna say you have to move out of it.
No.
It's literally we could do what we want out here, which is one of the main reasons why we wanted to purchase this land, is so that way we have the freedom to do what we want. Now, with Gary's building and the way that we both are, we want to make sure that everything is great and as precise and up to code and safe and everything as we possibly can.
Yes.
But again, it's not a requirement. We are free to do as we please out here. Yep. So.
And I think that we've gone above.
Way above.
Way above thus
yeah.
far. So
yeah, way above. Way above.
I think we're good.
You know, one thing that we found out, which I thought was very interesting, is a lot of the basements and stuff out here, they do not fill the cores with concrete. They literally just throw the blocks up and the cores are hollow and they bury them. And then, you know, you find out, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, they start collapsing, and that's because they don't have the cores filled with concrete, and they didn't put rebar inside it, and they didn't put the Dura-wire in there. They literally just built blocks up with none of those things, no rebar, no Dura-wire, no nothing, and then buried it. And it does hold up. I mean, they hold up, but you're only getting 20 years or so out of it. So that's why Gary and I, like with the basement, we went way above and beyond what
researched the mortar
a lot
types.
of people do. Yeah.
And that's a huge thing as well, is the mortar and the type of mortar that you need to use.
Yep.
And per ANSI codes and everything else. We researched it
and we went way above and beyond. and that's all right, because this is our forever home. We do plan on living here forever until we pass, and we want to pass this on to our children and to our grandchildren. And I would love if it was still standing just as strong as it is when we finish it, for our grandchildren, and for, we want to build legacy for our family. We've never had any of that ourselves. And so it's quite amazing to be in the position where we're the creators of the legacy.
Yes.
And it's quite an amazing position to be in, and we realize the magnitude of that, and we take it seriously, and it's a blessing, to be able to do it. So we want to do it right.
Yes.
So, okay. And everyone is asking this. Why are we not using a corded drill if our batteries are causing us so much issues?
So, one, for the joists and everything, attaching all those, corded drill really can't get in there the way that the cordless drill can.
Yeah, it's pretty big and bulky.
But the other thing is the impacts are actually the best way to actually drill self-drilling screws into anything without having a pilot hole. Not only that, but I've had drills tend to break the drill or the screws because of the way that it's drilling it in. It's not impacting it in there, like hammering it in, and that actually helps the wood sort of move and everything else to where you're not splitting the wood or anything else like that. So there's a lot to it. I'd rather just take our time. If the batteries are dead, then well, that's as much as we got done. Let's hold off and wait for the batteries to charge, and let's go recharge ourselves as well.
Yep.
So it's worked out pretty good, but it's been frustrating this last little bit.
Well, because we're on just like that I want to get it mode, right?
Yes.
And then we get into the flow of, all right, we're getting it, and then battery dies, and we're like, no. So that's a little frustrating. But.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, the batteries that we have, they're old, and even the big battery that was the big bad boy is only 3 amp hour. And now they've got some that are up to 12 amp hour. So that's 4 of those batteries. And that battery's old. So it doesn't have the same charge that it used to, So if it was as good like it was brand new and everything, and it's 4 times that, I can only imagine that drill lasting a whole week.
Yeah, or at least all day. I don't even care about all week, as long as it'll last all day.
No, I know, but I'm just saying,
it up at night, so.
It's insane. On I've been looking at the reviews on them too, and it's like, man, they're using them to do chop saws. Yeah. And they're using them to power up all these huge things, and it's like, dude, the skill saw kills the batteries real quick, and now they've got that battery now that you can go all day.
That's
you don't have to be jumping up and down the ladder trying to recharge them and everything else like that. But that's the one thing that I do like about that brand is they listen to the contractors, and they're like, okay, let's try to figure this out. And it's like, dude, you have my blessing to hit up the old Home Depot and get what you need so we can keep kicking butt on this. You have my blessing. Go and get it. Okay. My blessing. I bless you. All right. We're going to have some fun with that.
Yeah. Okay, we got one more question. It's from Brown Eyed Girl. How are you going to fix the basement floor color?
All right. So we're back and forth on it quite often, honestly.
Yeah.
Whether or not we're just going to clean it and try to stain it and fill certain spots or whatever. But I think, honestly, what we're going to do is like that garage latex paint or whatever, where you can throw the chips down or whatever you want to do and do it that way, to be quite honest. And one, it would seal everything, and it will make it to where that's it.
Yeah.
You know.
So the staining that we had put inside the concrete, it wasn't very expensive. We spent like maybe $25 on the dye. Yeah. So if we wasted $25, meh, so be it. It's not
too bad.
It wasn't. It didn't cost us a huge amount of money. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, we tried something and it didn't work out the way that we planned it to. That's all right. We'll just on to the next idea. And I do really like Gary's idea with the latex, like garage paint type stuff. I want something in there that, and some people were like, oh, you could just clear coat it because when it gets wet, it shows the color. This is true, but the clear coat makes it extremely slippery and slick, and I'm not sure I want that down there, especially with the kids running in and out, and the pool, and the dog, and just, I think that would hurt us, especially if we get older, and if it's really slippery, or if my mom comes over or something, and it's really slippery, like, I don't want a slippery floor.
Whereas that latex paint is meant for, you know, easy cleanup for garages with oil messes and everything else. So if it's
and it's not super slick.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but it's not. You're not gonna walk on it and be all ooh.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, and they make them to where it looks really nice too. And one thing to keep in mind as well is that the flooring down inside the garage while we're living in it, and also when it's or basement. What we just were talking about garage paint. My bad. Squirrel. The flooring down in the basement, while we're living in there, we are going to have a bunch of throw rugs down in like the living area. So we are going to have like a living room throw rug. We are going to have a throw rug going down the hallway, a runner. We will have one in the pantry for our bedroom for the time being. And then when we're done and we're not living down there anymore, we're living inside the cabin, the only rug that we're really going to be moving or anything is going to be the one inside the pantry, because the living room space is still going to stay the living room space. If anything, it's just going to get bigger because the temporary kitchen that we put down there will not need to be down there anymore. And our bedroom won't be a bedroom anymore. It'll just be a pantry. Yeah. So we're trying to look at and think of things that we can get and purchase that, one, won't be too expensive, and two, that will serve multi-purpose in the future to where, you know, we're not wasting an expense or anything like that. So we definitely have some stuff in mind, and we're going to work it out, and it's going to look nice, but our whole thing isn't like, you know, we're not trying to make like a Better Homes and Garden like house down there. It's just going to serve its purpose of us living there. It's going to be better than the trailer. It's going to look nice, but it's not going to be like, oh my gosh, that's the most fanciest decorated place. No. No.
It's going to be a basement. I mean,
yeah,
it's meant for like, thinking of like a basement or anything else like that out of any of the TV shows or anything. It'll
be homey though.
There'll be a homey area, and the kids will have fun. We'll have fun down in there. It'll be a nice little game room area, basically. Yeah. And yeah, it'll be nice because the yard is right there. Yeah, it'll be super. So, I imagine that's going to be. We plan on that being the kids' living room mostly. That's going to be like the family room. The playroom, like I imagine the kids using the basement probably the most, and then also us too when we have barbecues and get-togethers and stuff like that. And this is, in the immediate, of course, because we'll be living in there. But even after the cabin is finished, I imagine us using that down space a lot. But I think that the kids are probably going to use even more than us, just because they're going to be in and out, and we're going to make a nice little living room down there, and their toys and stuff like that, it's all going to be able to be down there more out of our hair and out of our way. No tripping hazards and stuff, so it'll be good. It's going to be really nice, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to all of these new changes. I'm looking forward to all the things that are just right around the corner from us. Looking forward to having all the friends come out this weekend. It's going to be a good time. Oh, man. Yep. It's going to be a really good time. It's going to be nice, man. I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah. It's going to be fun. Yep. It's going to be fun. So, guys, Gary's going to get on down the road and go do his shopping. I got to get dressed and ready. I'm still in my jammies. I'm wearing yesterday's shirt. I'm nasty right now. But I got to get the weed whacker going and clean up and start working around here. Gary's going to get out of here and go do some stuff. We're going to meet back up.
And we will see you guys tomorrow. So I'm going to have a new video for you guys on Simple Life Reclaimed tomorrow. I will have a new video here on Real Talk for you guys tomorrow. And we'll be doing Real Talk all throughout the weekend because we got a lot of weekend plans. And I want to kind of capture it while it's happening. So definitely stay tuned here. We're going to be putting out some this weekend and so on and so forth. So stay tuned, y'all. And until then, guys, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.
Mwah.